Hey everyone, this is Rachel. Thanks for clicking on this video. And y'all, I'm not going to be here long. I just wanted to come in and talk about that slap last night. I didn't want to record a video, I just wanted to talk about it. Child, on the Oscars, Will Smith pimp slap Chris Rock. And y'all, it appears to be the slap that was heard across the country. Now, let me just tell you, I wasn't all upset about him slapping Chris Rock. I feel a little different about it. Hey, maybe he should have went behind the stage, waited till they got back there and then slapped the shit out of him backstage. But he didn't. He walked his ass up there and slapped Chris Rock right in front of everybody. Y'all, it was too much. It was too much. Okay, so after I watched it, I went all out on social media trying to see what everybody was saying about it. Y'all are in y'all fifis about this whole thing. This stuff is has me like, really? Okay, now a whole bunch of people are talking about, okay, he should have waited. I agree. I agree that maybe this was something, if he was in his feelings about it, maybe this is something that he should have waited and done till they got in the back. But he didn't. And it is what it is. Now, when I was sitting there, this is what I was thinking. Y'all, I like to break stuff down to a personal level. Let's get into it, blah, blah, blah. So just like everybody said, Will Smith was laughing first. And then it's like when he looked over at Jada and Jada's face was looking kind of funny. He was like, oh shit, oh, well, let me get up and defend her honor. So he got up and he walked up on the stage in front of all these people and did it. But this is what I was thinking. You know how, like, when you at home with your man and you put on this brave front to the world, like, okay, I'm pro alopecia, I'm going to be a spokesperson for it and all that. And, I got this red table talk and I'm going to be on here, blah, blah, blah. But then when you at home with your guy, you could be your vulnerable, bald headed self, talk about what it feels like for your hair to be falling out and all that stuff. So I think that some of this has to do with the private conversations that he's had with Jada surrounding her hair, and he knows that she probably puts on the face to the public, but at home this is tormenting her. Y'all as Black women, we've been told that our hair is our crowning glory. Y'all, we out here buying wigs, pieces, everything that we could think of. Okay, that's one thing. But then, y'all, when I started reading all these comments that people was leaving, there even was this one commenter that said that Will Smith was a thug ass rapper. I'm sitting here like, wait a minute, to get jiggy with the guy, the parents don't understand guy, the summertime guy, uh, and the Wild Wild West guy, he's a thug ass rapper. Come on now. In the past, the other rappers clowned Will Smith because he wasn't more hardcore. That's another thing. And then, y'all, this whole thing. Now, this is where I'm starting to have a problem with it. And usually I don't be airing on the side of crazy. And what Will Smith did, let's face it, y'all, he was a little bit over the top last night. So normally I don't air on the side of that. But when I start feeling like they are piling on and it's starting to get ridiculous, is when you think about all the things that they have allowed. Y'all, there have been several movie stars, several actors, several singers who have appeared on the Oscars. They got some shit in their background that they should not have been allowed, first of all, to act, period, to be on an Oscar stage, period. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna do a little compare and contrast. So I'm just gonna give y'all some names of some people that have really done some shit and they shouldn't have been at the Oscars. First of all, have y'all ever heard of a man called Roman Polanski? Well, he violently raped an 18-year-old girl. He was allowed to be in Hollywood. This is what Hollywood allows. You know, they celebrate violence, and they if it's somebody that they really like and they doing some violent shit, they sweep that stuff under the rug or look the other way. Okay, while we on the subject of men doing crazy shit to women, what about Harvey Weinstein? Y'all bring up his name in every other instance when it deals with, whataboutisms. What about Harvey Weinstein? Wasn't he uh, a big wiggity wig in Hollywood? Look how long they let shit go on with him before they, he basically got in trouble. From what some of these actresses and actors have been saying, Harvey Weinstein was on his shit for decades. Will Smith slap somebody? Okay, let's keep on going down the list a little bit. Do y'all know who Kevin Spacey is? House of Cards? I think that's the show that he was on. Do y'all know that he was charged with indecent assault on 15 young men, not women, young men? And one boy in particular, I think was 18. His family was suing Kevin Spacey. Let's keep on going. Mark Wahlberg. You know what Mark Wahlberg is? Did y'all know that when he was younger, he was charged with attempted murder? Mark Wahlberg. Yes, look it up if you don't believe me. He was allowed to be in Hollywood, prosper and everything. Okay, another one, Robert Blake. Now, for a lot of you younger folk, y'all might not know who he is. And I can't think of the show that he was on, but I know he was in the Little Rascals when I was little. And there was a popular show. I don't know if there's anybody in here my age, but anyway, y'all, guess what Robert Blake did? He is charged with killing his wife, and I believe he was convicted. Okay, another person, Phil Spector. You know the Ronnie Spector's husband. Take me home tonight. Hey, he was charged with killing his wife, not Ronnie Spector, but another wife. And another person, y'all probably remember him as Rock. He's black. His name is Charles Dutton. When he was younger, he was convicted and served time for killing someone. So the point I'm trying to make is we got to compare and contrast. I understand that what he did when he walked up on the stage, it was a bit much. And maybe, like I said, he should have waited until they got behind stage and pip slapped the fuck out of Chris Rock if he was in his fifis about what Chris Rock said about his wife. Maybe he should have, but he didn't. Here's where we are, y'all. But Hollywood need to quit with this fake outrage when it comes to what Will Smith did when they have allowed all kind of shit on that stage. You know, they need to quit with that. And then, y'all, another narrative that I've been hearing, and this is the one that I really want to get into. Another narrative I've been hearing today, y'all. Let me sit back because this one is killing me. That this all started with the entanglement and Jada on here telling all their business and talking about men she had been with and clowning Will Smith and Will Smith, y'all. Now I'm gonna have a totally different feeling. I feel like this. Men have been doing that shit to women for years. What do I mean? How many older men do we know that's in the neighborhood that got more than one family? He got his wife and the kids that he made with with his wife over here tucked away. But then on the outside, he got this whole nother family or this whole nother mistress that he been seeing for 20, 30 years. Everybody know, everybody, his buddies, people he work with, everybody know he got this mistress and this woman over here, but the wife. And then in some cases, the wife even knows. So let me just say this. Men could be doing that for years, having a wife, their home, their children, and everything that they accumulated. But they can step out, go get them a whole nother woman, create a whole nother family. And as women, we were supposed to just sit back, take it, hey, leave them, blah blah blah. Well, I feel like the same thing when it comes to Will Smith. Here's the deal: if Jada had an entanglement and Will knew about the entanglement and he allowed it, okay? If he didn't know about the entanglement and later on found out about the entanglement and stayed with her, what difference is that than what women been dealing with forever, y'all? Forever. Every neighborhood in America, y'all know is some old guy, or not even old guy, that is some guy uh tipping out on his wife. Now they say that Will and Jada have an open relationship. I don't really see what the fucking problem is. Really. What goes on in their life, if they want to put it all out, yeah, we going to comment on it. But basically, it's their business. I could care less if Jada was entangled with 50 men. If Will ain't leave her after he found out, that's on him. It ain't clowning him. Men been doing it for years. I just got in a lightweight argument with this guy that I'm talking to because he was all up in his fee when I told him women got needs too. Look, we ain't the women that our mothers were. This is a whole new generation. And some of these women are like, hey, men been doing this shit to us for years, you know, with their entanglements. But now that we have entanglements and we own in our sexuality, not only owning it, but hey, we'll tell you, yes, I had an entanglement, blah, 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 this is what happened. They in their feelings. See, you can't have a double standard, y'all. The same that's good for men, why isn't it good for us? Let us do something like what Jada did or allegedly did. We're labeled a whore. We're labeled, you know, oh, she out here clowning her husband. But when they doing it to us, are they clowning us? You know, they'll say, well, that's just what men do. Ain't that some bull? Ain't that some bull? These men get in the conversation. The, find a man in your life or ask him what did he feel like, how did it make him feel when he found out that Jada had an entanglement and she was on television talking about it with Will sitting there. Even my son this morning, he was trying to explain to me how wrong Jada was. I let him get finished and I said, you know what? Y'all been doing this to women for years. But when we tried to talk to y'all about y'all entanglements, we was wrong, or it was something. Oh, that's just something men do. You know, you got to grin and bear it. But nowadays, when women are taking charge of their sexuality, men are in their feelings. The guy that I kind of talk to now, I have brought it up. I said, we at the point, and this may rub some men the wrong way. We at the point where, remember when we were younger, y'all, and they used to try to call us for a booty call? I said, bump that. We doing the booty calls now. Be ready when I get there. I don't want to stay the night. I just want you to break me off something. Let me get a quick whole shower and get my ass home. What is wrong with that? We're not living in the 50s. There's nothing wrong with it. If it's right for them, why isn't it right for us? This is some bullshit. Let me just review what I said. I don't feel that Will Smith walking on the stage smacking the shit out of uh y'all, even when I think about this shit, smacking the shit out of Chris Rock. Will Smith must have felt in his head he was defending his wife. Who am I to be mad at him? Could he have done it behind stage? Yes. He chose not to. Girl, I was fine with it. I said it, watched it. I said, "Whoa, Lord, is Chris Rock's lips bleeding?" Now, Will Smith did not split Chris Rock's lip, but somebody did a close up. And let me tell you, there was a little bit of red wetness on Chris Rock's lips. I think Chris Rock's lips were surprised that they had got slapped and they bled a little bit. I wasn't mad, y'all. I'm not all outraged like people are. I do not think that they should be removing, taking back Will Smith's Oscar. You know, there's some talk that they're going to take back his Oscar. What I say to that is all those men that I mentioned, they have criminal records. I'm going to say their names again: Roman Polanski, Kevin Spacey, Mark Wahlberg, Robert Blake, Phil Spector, Charles Dutton. And that's just to name a few. And if y'all don't believe the things that I told you that I found out about those people, Google their names. They're felons. When I heard people online today talking about that Will Smith was some type of thuggish rapper, I'm sitting here thinking, Mr. Summertime, Mr. Get Jiggy with It, Men in Black, a thug? Come on now. Will Smith had a momentary lapse of judgment, and y'all, if Chris Rock is a comedian, as he say he is, I was rolling. I thought the shit was funny. I'm not in my feelings about it. I don't feel no type of way about it. Comedians give it, and last night Will Smith gave it back. That's all it is. You know, comedians are saying that allow them to say what they feel, don't censor them. Well, you had one person get up and say, "Well, I allowed you to say what you going to say, and now I'm going to slap you in your lips." And y'all, I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna get out of here because I know tonight I'm just being stupid, silly, and y'all probably don't agree with some of the shit that I said. But when Will Smith went and sat back down, y'all know all the noise and the roar of the Oscars and the, because we're at home when he wasn't mic'd up. When he sat back down and he was saying something to Chris Rock, didn't y'all understand exactly what he was saying? He was like, "Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth." I was sitting there like, because in the beginning, like everybody else, I thought it was fake until it's somebody that I follow on Facebook, and I don't know whether she was able to zoom her TV or what it was that she zoomed up on Chris Rock's lips. And I said, "Wait a minute, is Chris Rock bleeding?" Now, they also said that the Hollywood police showed up, and I guess they were going to charge Will Smith or arrest him for assault. And Chris Rock said no, he declined to press any charges and all that. But y'all, all jokes aside, the whole point I'm trying to make is this is selective outrage. There have been people that stood on that stage who have murdered people, who have raped people, who have trafficked women, but we mad. Hollywood is outraged because how dare Will Smith go up on the stage and cowboy slap the fuck out of, out of Chris Rock? How dare Will Smith pimp slap him and then strut on off the stage and go sit down in his chair and say, "Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth"? Is that what we all upset? And then black people, come on, y'all. Y'all know, okay, in real life, if you were if two guys was out somewhere and one guy telling jokes, joking, and he bring up your wife and talking shit about her, calling her bald head or ugly or whatever, in real life, whether it be jokes or not, what happened last night? is a reality in real life. It could be your best friend. But if they get too strong talking about your loved ones, you might clock and have a momentary lapse of judgment, just like Will Smith did last night. So for me, y'all, it's a it's a no on the outrage. I'm not outraged at all. I think it's funny. I cannot wait to hear the jokes that Chris Rock is going to have. Because you know Chris Rock is going to have some jokes about what happened. Look at it from that perspective. Weigh it against all the shit that we know goes on in Hollywood. Think about this, y'all. When y'all go away from this live that I'm doing, think about all the women who have talked about, not only women but children actors, child actors who have talked about the casting couch in Hollywood. Let's be outraged about old ass men trying to rape young people. If they're gonna be mad at Michael Jackson's alleged offenses, then be mad at them people in Hollywood. They choose who they want to be mad at. Will Smith basically is a successful actor. Y'all, I this morning when I was sitting around thinking about it, when I was younger and I thought of Will Smith opposed to a Tupac, I was a Tupac fan. I didn't even take Will Smith rapping serious. His song "Summertime" was fun, y'all. But when Will Smith started acting, and he acted in that movie about that guy's life who was living in the bathroom with his son, I can't call the name now, when Will Smith actually made me cry in that movie. Now I know he had done Ali before that, but you know he's doing a biography, so he got to stick to the facts of Muhammad Ali's life. But when he played in that movie and he was able to expand his little acting chops, I said, wait a minute. Will Smith is really good in this. This boy is about to make me cry. And then in all them parts of the movie, remember when he got hit by the fucking car and his shoe flew off and he was fucked up and he had to go back to the office with his one shoe on? I just, Will Smith had me crying. And that's when I forgot that he was a rapper. He started off as a rapper, then had the Fresh Prince of Bel Air and all that stuff. And then I started saying, you know what? Maybe that rapping was a springboard into what he was supposed to do. Because you're not going to tell me that this boy is not a good actor, that he can't bring you to tears, because the expressions that he puts on his face is like he's been acting for years, that he was born to be an actor. So for all them people, and y'all, it ain't them people, y'all know mostly it's white people saying, oh, yes, he's a thug ass act, a thug ass rapper. I'm like, Will Smith. See, y'all, every time I say the name, the only thing I can say is get jiggy with it. This is what we talking about. They consider him a thug ass rapper. I said, y'all, Will Smith would not have been hired to Death Row Records. Death Row Records would have shut down before they would have tried to recruit the likes of a Will Smith. Y'all, that's all I got to say about it. I'm gonna get out of here. I just think it is here fucking hilarious. All these comments that I'm seeing today. Cancel Will Smith, take back his Oscar. Leave that man alone. Chris Rock is gonna recover, and y'all, he gonna do one hell of a performance, a comedy routine on what occurred last night. Mark my words. I'm waiting to see it because I know Chris Rock is at home writing his material right now. And with that, y'all, thanks for stopping by. I just I was gonna do a video and I was like, hell with all that editing, hell with all that. I just need to come on and talk because I think the shit is funny. Y'all take care, be safe, and thanks for stopping in. Bye bye now.